Hello everybody, this is Crawling Dead Man. I usually don't talk because I hate the sound of my own voice, but I had 3 tips that are kind of easier to explain while talking and showing as opposed to just typing in a chat or a description through text, so I decided I'd make a quick video with 3 quick tips, or, just 3 things I've found out even though I've been playing this game for quite a while. First of all, I'd like to say I never really liked third person until my good buddy Rooster showed me this trick. I was a first person player exclusively for a really long time, but once I learned this trick, I really liked it. What you can do is you can zoom out so that your character isn't quite as big on your screen, and you can also see around you a little better. So to do that on the PlayStation controller, you'll just need to hold down the big pad button in the middle with your left thumb, and then pull down on the right joystick, and then you can zoom out. You can also move around the character and not have them actually move. This is kind of helpful in nuclear winter when you're wanting to check around your surroundings but you don't want to move at all. I use it all the time in there. Seeing around you more is much better than the way it was, especially if when you're zoomed in normally you pull out your weapon, because it gets you even closer. So I zoom way out, and I gotta say I really enjoy third person more now. My second tip is to have a stash next to your musical instruments. Now, if you don't play musical instruments, you should. It gives you free AP regen, and why not? When you can do 2 things at once, you can just play a musical instrument, and then if you position your camera just right, you can then access a stash at the same time. I do this all the time when I'm preparing. I put away stuff I don't need, and then, like I said, you also gain time in your stash as well as AP regen. The only thing I'd warn about is that sometimes it matters what's on the opposite side from your stash. So for instance, if you get something too close, your camera might not make it to where you can access your stash. You might have to move both the instrument around and the stash around until you can access them. But yeah, so far as I know, this works for all musical instruments and all stashes. It doesn't work on beds because you can't move your stick while in a bed. And then finally, my last little tip is less of a tip and more of a warning. When you're making ammo, Super Duper does not work on the amount that Ammo Smith would give you. So, for instance, this is just helpful if you're trying to calculate about how many rounds you'd get with the materials you have. Anyway, for instance, when you make 308s normally, you get 12. And when you have Ammo Smith on, you make 21. And I have both Ammo Smith and Super Duper. So you would think that when Super Duper procs that you would get 21 times 2, but in reality you get 21 plus 12. And I can do that, and hopefully I can show you that if it cooperates. First, no 308s. We'll just do this. Ah, perfect. Procced on the first try. So, you would think if it procced properly, you'd get 42. But in reality, you get 21 plus 12, which is 33. So that's a tip. If you're trying to calculate how many you need, or how many you'll get, and the number seems off, that's why. I believe this also happens with other materials and things like that. I think I first noticed it when I was crafting a medical with pharmacist, so something you'd get 2 of with pharmacist, or chemist, I'm sorry. Something you get 2 of with Chemist, it procced, and I should have gotten 4, but instead I got 3. So anyway, that's my tips. Thank you.